Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege to speak with you today about a topic that speaks to the very heart of our lives, our emotional well-being and our spiritual growth. We are all in search of love, companionship, and a sense of fulfillment in our relationships. And it is critical to understand the divine purpose behind the relationships we enter. There are relationships that are blessed by God, and there are relationships that are blessed by God, and there are relationships that are the product of mere human desire and will. The former, those that are destined and ordained by the Almighty, hold a unique power and potential to fulfill not only our personal needs, but also to serve a higher purpose. Today, I want to share with you 7 key signs that indicate you are in a relationship that has been truly blessed by God. These are not just signs that confirm the compatibility of 2 individuals, but they are divine indicators that show that the foundation of your relationship is built on a spiritual covenant, a partnership that has been designed by God to help you both grow in faith, purpose, and love. When these signs are present, it's a clear message that you are walking in alignment with God's plan for your life and the life of your partner. Let us begin this journey by exploring these 7 signs, each one shedding light on the ways in which God blesses relationships, preparing them to flourish and become a testament to His love and faithfulness. It is my prayer that as we unpack these truths, you will come to recognize the blessed nature of the relationship you are in, or perhaps gain insight into how you can seek God's direction in your romantic life. God's peace is evident in your relationship. In every relationship, there comes a time when challenges and disagreements arise. It is inevitable that no 2 individuals will always see eye to eye. But when God's peace reigns in a relationship, it transcends the natural conflicts we encounter. This peace is not a mere absence of tension, but rather a deep, abiding presence of calmness, comfort, and confidence in the midst of trials. When your relationship is blessed by God, there is a supernatural peace that comes from knowing that you are both aligned with His will. Peace in a relationship goes beyond merely getting along. It's about the security you feel when you're together. Even when there are misunderstandings, you still feel a deep sense of assurance that everything will work out. This peace is not fleeting or temporary. It is a constant, unshakable force that strengthens your bond. You may argue, but you do so with the understanding that the relationship is anchored in God's love. Furthermore, peace in a God-ordained relationship brings clarity and direction. When you face difficult decisions, there is a calm confidence in knowing that God will guide you both toward the right path. This is not to say that you won't face challenges, but it is the peace that passes all understanding that will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. It's the peace that makes you both feel that despite the storms of life, you are in the right place, with the right person, fulfilling the right purpose. This peace also creates an environment where forgiveness flows freely. When misunderstandings occur, the desire for reconciliation outweighs any desire for bitterness or resentment. God's peace in your relationship allows you to forgive each other swiftly and thoroughly, knowing that both of you are not perfect but are striving to walk in God's grace. In such an environment, love is sustained, even in the face of adversity, and your relationship continues to flourish. In addition, the peace that God provides ensures that you do not seek to control or manipulate each other. Instead, you allow each other to grow and evolve in the relationship, respecting each other's individual journeys. This peace helps you both maintain a healthy balance of unity and individuality, which is crucial for a lasting and thriving partnership. This is a sign of divine favor upon your relationship. Lastly, God's peace in your relationship reflects His approval of your union. It's the internal witness that assures you that your relationship is not just based on temporary emotions or desires, but is rooted in divine purpose. It's a confirmation that the bond you share is part of God's greater plan for your lives. You both help each other grow spiritually. One of the clearest signs that your relationship is blessed by God is when you both contribute to each other's spiritual growth. A God-centered relationship is one where both partners are committed to growing in faith, supporting each other in their spiritual journey, and helping each other draw closer to God. In such a relationship, spiritual growth is not a passive or secondary element, but is actively cultivated in every interaction. When you are in a relationship that is truly blessed by God, both individuals encourage each other to pursue the relationship with God first and foremost. You pray together, study the Word together, and hold each other accountable in your spiritual walks. Your conversations are not limited to earthly matters, but extend to discussions about your faith, your purpose, and the ways in which you can both serve God. You help each other navigate life's challenges by applying biblical principles and seeking divine guidance through prayer and scripture. Moreover, a relationship blessed by God challenges you to become more Christ-like. When you are together, you reflect the love, patience, kindness, and humility that Christ demonstrated. You strive to be better individuals, not just for your partner, but for God's glory. There is a deep sense of mutual respect for each other's spiritual well-being, and both partners understand the importance of nurturing this aspect of their relationship. In such a relationship, spiritual growth is not a matter of obligation, but a mutual desire. You find joy in encouraging each other to read the Bible, attend church, and engage in acts of service. You celebrate each other's victories and encourage each other through spiritual struggles. In this way, your relationship becomes a constant source of inspiration and support for your walk with God. The beauty of a relationship blessed by God is that both partners realize that their ultimate purpose is not just to make each other happy, but to help each other fulfill God's purpose for their lives. Together, you are better equipped to face the trials of life because you are fortified by a strong foundation in your faith. Your spiritual bond grows stronger as you support one another, and your relationship becomes a testimony of God's power to transform lives. When you are both growing spiritually, you will begin to notice that your relationship becomes more focused on the things that truly matter in life. You begin to prioritize love, peace, patience, and kindness over superficial desires. The result is a relationship that thrives and flourishes in ways that honor God. Your relationship reflects God's love for you. God's love is unconditional, sacrificial, and transformative. When your relationship is blessed by God, it begins to reflect this kind of love. It is no longer just about the love you feel for each other. it becomes a powerful representation of God's love in the world. In such a relationship, you begin to understand that love is not just a feeling but a choice, a decision to put the other person's needs above your own. Love is the impetus for action. Love is the motivation to take action, not a choice. In a God-blessed relationship, love is demonstrated through actions. It is not simply about saying the words, "I love you," but it is about showing that love through patience, kindness, and sacrifice. Just as Christ demonstrated his love for the church by laying down his life, so too are you willing to make sacrifices for the well-being of your partner. This sacrificial love becomes the foundation of your relationship, and it serves as a reflection of God's love in the world. Furthermore, God's love in your relationship teaches you the importance of forgiveness. In a world where relationships often end because of unforgiveness or bitterness, a relationship blessed by God is marked by a willingness to forgive and restore. When your partner hurts you, you choose to forgive them, just as God forgives you. This love allows you to move beyond offenses and work together to build a stronger and healthier bond. In such a relationship, your love for each other becomes a testimony to the world around you. People can see the way you treat each other and recognize that something special is happening in your relationship. The love you share becomes a beacon of light, drawing others to Christ. Your relationship becomes a living example of the love of God in action. Additionally, love in a God-centered relationship is not dependent on feelings or circumstances. It is a commitment to walk through life together, supporting one another through both the good times and the bad. This kind of love is steadfast and unshakable. It does not falter when challenges arise, but grows stronger in adversity. Ultimately, the love that God pours into your relationship becomes a testimony of his goodness, faithfulness, and grace. It is a love that transcends the limitations of human nature and becomes a reflection of divine love, touching everyone who encounters it. You are both committed to a common purpose. In relationships that are blessed by God, there is a deep and abiding sense of shared purpose. It is not just about personal desires, but about the greater calling that you both have in life. This purpose is rooted in God's plan for your lives and is centered on serving him and fulfilling his will. A relationship blessed by God is a partnership where both individuals are committed to walking out their divine purpose together. When you share a common purpose, you are aligned in your goals, your values, and your vision for the future. You understand that your union is not just for your own enjoyment, but to fulfill a greater calling that transcends personal ambitions. This common purpose unites you and strengthens your relationship, helping you both stay focused on what truly matters. Your purpose may involve serving in ministry, raising a family, or supporting each other in your professional and personal endeavors. Whatever that purpose is, it is something that brings you both closer to God and to one another. You are partners in fulfilling God's plan, and this shared mission propels you forward with a sense of excitement and anticipation. Moreover, a common purpose ensures that your relationship is not just about self-gratification, but about serving others. Whether it's through acts of kindness, volunteering, or helping those in need, you both recognize that your relationship has a broader impact. Your shared purpose extends beyond the two of you, and becomes a source of blessing to others. The beauty of being in a relationship with a common purpose is that it provides direction and focus. In times of uncertainty or difficulty, you both have a clear vision of where you are headed and why. This vision becomes a compass, guiding your decisions, your actions, and your priorities. Finally, a relationship blessed by God with a common purpose enables you both to grow individually and as a couple. As you pursue your shared goals, you become more aligned with God's will for your lives, and your relationship deepens in love and intimacy. Together, you are not just building a life, but fulfilling a divine calling that will have eternal significance. Your relationship is marked by mutual respect. Mutual respect is one of the fundamental pillars of a healthy and God-blessed relationship. It is not enough for one person to respect the other. Both partners must honor and esteem each other equally. In a relationship where God is the center, respect is not simply a matter of politeness, but a deep understanding of each other's value as individuals created in the image of God. Respect in a God-ordained relationship means that you treat each other with dignity, regardless of differences in opinion or personality. You listen to one another, value each other's perspective, and make decisions together with consideration for each other's needs and desires. There is a balance in how you relate to one another, with neither partner dominating or belittling the other. When mutual respect is present, it fosters an atmosphere of trust and security. You know that you can express yourself honestly without fear of judgment or condemnation. This openness allows both of you to grow and evolve in the relationship, knowing that your feelings and thoughts are valued. In such a relationship, respect also means recognizing each other's uniqueness. God has created each person with individual gifts, talents, and experiences. And in a blessed relationship, both partners appreciate these qualities in one another. Rather than trying to change or control each other, there is a deep respect for each other's individuality. He is a mystery of truth that finds healing in the brokenness. It's a system that God has provided for each person to obey. Mutual respect also involves honoring the boundaries and needs of your partner. You understand that true love respects personal space and time and does not seek to manipulate or possess the other. This kind of respect builds a relationship that is healthy, balanced, and fulfilling. Finally, the respect in a God-centered relationship is reflective of the respect you have for God Himself. As you honor one another, you are ultimately honoring God's design for relationships. You recognize that each of you is a beloved child of God. And this mutual respect is a reflection of His love and grace in your lives. There is a strong sense of commitment to one another. Commitment is one of the most defining characteristics of a relationship blessed by God. In a world where relationships are often fleeting and based on convenience, a God-ordained relationship is marked by a deep and unwavering commitment. This commitment is not just to the relationship itself, but to the individual person, recognizing their intrinsic value and the divine purpose behind your union. In a God-blessed relationship, commitment is seen in the way you support each other through thick and thin. You stand by one another through trials, challenges, and moments of uncertainty, knowing that you are not just in the relationship for personal gain, but to fulfill God's plan together. This commitment is rooted in love and a deep sense of responsibility toward one another. Commitment in such a relationship also involves faithfulness, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. You choose each other daily, not out of obligation, but out of a deep desire to nurture the bond you share. This commitment is not based on temporary emotions, but on a firm decision to stay true to one another no matter what. Furthermore, commitment means prioritizing each other's well-being over personal desires. You choose to invest time, energy, and resources into the relationship, ensuring that it flourishes. This commitment creates a strong foundation for your union, allowing you to build a life together that is centered around mutual love, support, and respect. A relationship marked by strong commitment is also one that is resistant to external pressures. Whether it's family, friends, or societal expectations, you remain true to one another and the covenant you have made before God. This commitment creates a sense of stability and security that allows your relationship to endure and thrive. Ultimately, the commitment in a blessed relationship is a reflection of God's covenantal love for His people. Just as He is faithful to us, so too are we faithful to each other. This steadfast commitment ensures that your relationship will weather any storm and continue to grow in strength and love. God continually provides for your relationship. A relationship that is blessed by God will experience the provision of God in every area. God is not just concerned with your individual needs, but with the health and success of your relationship. When your relationship is rooted in faith and aligned with God's will, He will provide the wisdom, resources, and strength needed to sustain and grow your bond. God's provision is seen in the way He guides your relationship through difficult times. When you face challenges, you can trust that God will give you the wisdom and clarity needed to overcome them. His provision is not always material, but often spiritual, as He imparts peace, patience, and endurance to both partners. Moreover, God provides the right circumstances and opportunities for your relationship to flourish. Whether it's through career advancements, financial blessings, or other external factors, you will see the hand of God working in your relationship. This provision is not just for your benefit, but for the benefit of others, as your relationship becomes a conduit for God's blessings. Additionally, God's provision ensures that your relationship is protected from harmful influences. He will guard your hearts and minds, allowing you to discern what is good for your union and what might threaten it. His protection gives you the peace of mind to move forward with confidence, knowing that He is watching over you. God's provision also manifests in the way He strengthens your connection. As you both seek Him in prayer and worship, He will pour out His love into your hearts, making your bond even stronger. His provision helps you both grow in love, patience, kindness, and forgiveness, ensuring that your relationship continues to thrive. Lastly, God's provision ensures that your relationship has a lasting impact. It is not just about surviving life's challenges, but about thriving in every season and fulfilling His purposes together. God's provision gives you the strength and resources to continue building a relationship that reflects His glory and His love for the world. You both experience God's favor in your lives. One of the key signs of a relationship that is truly blessed by God is the tangible favor of God in your lives. Favor is a divine blessing that extends beyond what we deserve. And when God blesses your relationship, His favor touches every area of your life, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and relationally. God's favor is a sign of His approval on your relationship, and it becomes evident in the ways He provides, protects, and promotes your lives. Favor in a God-ordained relationship is not just about material blessings, but about the intangible spiritual advantages that God gives. You begin to notice how things seem to align perfectly in your lives. Doors that would normally be closed to others open wide for you. Opportunities present themselves in unexpected ways, and you are able to walk through them with confidence, knowing that God's favor is upon you. This favor manifests in your career, your family life, and your social circles. Moreover, favor is reflected in how others treat you. You will experience kindness, support, and encouragement from people who recognize that you are walking in God's favor. You may find that people are more inclined to help you, support you, or even offer you opportunities because of the grace and favor that God has placed on your relationship. People will see something different about you and your union, and they will be drawn to it. Not understanding fully why, but knowing that something powerful is at work. God's favor also means protection. When your relationship is blessed by God, you can trust that He is watching over you, keeping you safe from harm. This divine protection extends beyond physical safety and into emotional, relational, and even financial security. You may face challenges, but God's favor ensures that you are shielded from the worst of the trials, and He equips you with the strength to overcome whatever comes your way. Additionally, God's favor helps your relationship to grow and flourish in ways that might seem improbable to others. Relationships that are grounded in God's love tend to experience a flourishing that cannot be attributed to human effort alone. This favor enables you both to grow in wisdom, maturity, and understanding of one another. The favor of God nurtures your connection and strengthens the bond you share, allowing you to face challenges with greater unity and grace. Finally, when God's favor is upon your relationship, it's not just for your benefit. It's meant to be shared with others. As you experience the blessings and favor of God in your relationship, you are positioned to bless others, to extend grace, and to be a source of encouragement to those in need. God's favor not only enhances your life, but allows you to be a conduit of His blessings to the world around you. You both feel a deep sense of purpose together. God-blessed relationship is one where both partners experience a deep sense of purpose that extends beyond their individual lives. This purpose is not merely about what you can achieve together in a worldly sense, but about fulfilling a divine calling that transcends earthly goals. In a relationship that is truly blessed by God, both individuals feel that they are walking in alignment with God's purpose for their lives, and they recognize that their union is a significant part of that divine calling. When God blesses your relationship, you both experience a sense of mission that drives you to work together for a greater good. This purpose is not always defined in clear-cut terms, but often takes shape through the way you serve one another, serve God, and serve others. You may not always know the specific steps, but you feel a clear calling to build something significant for God's kingdom together. Whether it's through ministry, helping others, or pursuing a shared vision, you both feel compelled to walk this journey together, knowing that God is leading you. This sense of purpose strengthens your relationship because it removes the focus from selfish desires and positions you both to live for something greater than yourselves. Instead of pursuing individual ambitions, you begin to think about how your relationship can be used to fulfill God's plan. This shared sense of purpose unites you and creates an unshakable bond because you know that together you are working towards something eternal. Moreover, this purpose keeps your relationship grounded. Life may present many distractions and you may face obstacles. But your sense of purpose serves as a guiding light, helping you stay focused on what truly matters. When you experience God's purpose together, you are reminded that the trials and difficulties you encounter are part of a larger story, one that has eternal significance. This purpose also enables you to face challenges with confidence. When difficulties arise, you are reminded of the greater calling that you both share, and this helps you persevere. Your unity is strengthened as you support each other in fulfilling God's purpose, and you both feel a deep sense of fulfillment when you see God's hand moving through your relationship. Lastly, this shared purpose not only impacts your personal lives, but also spills over into your community, your family, and your future. Your relationship becomes a source of strength and inspiration for others as they see the way you live out God's calling together. It is a powerful testimony that relationships are not just about romance, but about fulfilling God's divine purpose and plan for both individuals. Relationships that are blessed by God are far more than mere partnerships between two people. They are divine unions designed to reflect God's love, grace, and faithfulness to the world. The signs we have discussed: peace, spiritual growth, sacrificial love, common purpose, mutual respect, commitment, provision, inspiration, favor, and purpose are all markers of a relationship that is anchored in God's will. When these signs are present, you can rest assured that you are walking in alignment with God's plan for your life and your union. As you continue to walk in your relationship, remember that it is not just about personal fulfillment. It is about fulfilling God's greater purpose. Seek His guidance, trust His provision, and allow His love to flow through you both. With Him at the center of your relationship, you will experience a depth of love, purpose, and joy that goes beyond anything the world can offer. May your relationship be a living testimony to the greatness of God's love and faithfulness.